Well, hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are going to be cleaning some of the rocks that I got from my most recent rock hounding adventure. If you want to check that out, it was the first one of the rock hounding season for 2022. Check this video here, or wherever it shows up. But anyway, we're going to be using the citric acid method because I found that it's really worked the best for lake scum, river scum, things like that on my rocks. I have a few pretty gross contenders. And before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. I make new videos like this every single week. Let's get started. Okay, here are the contenders. These are all of the rocks that I got from our most recent rock hounding adventure. Okay, we have everything we need. We have our citric acid, tablespoon scoop, what we're gonna put the rocks in, and some hot water. Usually I use the hose water, but since it needs to be hot, we have that, and a measuring cup. So first, let's put in our rocks. Got some real mucky, dirty ones here. Ew. So you can really see the lake scum on this one, and I'm really excited to do the citric acid method with this because I think it's gonna look really cool when it's done. It's such a unique looking rock. Add it to the bucket. Ooh, it's a big one. And some of the rest of these really aren't that bad, especially the ones that I got from like the second lake that I went to, but I'm just gonna do it with all of them because why not? Get them extra clean. Also, here is the super cool agate that we found. That's gonna look cool. The only thing you do not want to put into the citric acid solution like this would be rocks that have calcite in it because the citric acid will eat away the calcite. Okay, we have all of our rocks in our jar here. So now we'll take our hot water, and every cup of hot water that you put in, you want to put 1 scoop, or 1 tablespoon, I should say, of citric acid. All right, so I think we'll probably do 2 scoops. Oh, that was absolutely perfect. What? And time for 2 tablespoons of citric acid. 1 and 2. And you can already see it working its magic. So we'll put the lid on here, give it a good shake. I like to keep this metal part off because I've noticed that it does cause rust, the citric acid, on the metal part. And I usually just keep the whole thing open except for when I shake it. So let's give it a good shake. So we will let it sit like this, swirling / shaking every couple of hours for at least a day, and we'll see how they look. It has been just over a day, and we are going to look at our rocks now. They're looking a lot cleaner. I can already see that the big black and white one there is a lot more white this time around. The next step is taking these, dumping out all the citric acid water, and rinsing them off really well. I don't have anything to dump them in, so the ground works. All right, here we go. Gonna be semi-gentle here. Uh-oh. You know, maybe don't do it in a glass jar, but it's fine. All right, we'll rinse our jar, rinse our rocks. Now, this step is optional, but I'm going to take a toothbrush and really scrub the grime off of these guys, just make sure that we got everything. And, ooh, see, look, I already got a little bit on there. And then we will put them in hot water again with some baking soda. We've got these all scrubbed, and who knew I'd be predicting my fate when I said don't use glass? I literally just tipped this over. It hit the edge of the block here and broke very nicely. So don't use glass. I thought it looked cool because you could see through it really clearly. Not worth it, not worth it. We have our hot water here, and we're gonna plop in our rocks and then add some baking soda. Don't ask me why I have a giant thing of baking soda. It comes in handy, okay? You can use it for a lot of things. So let's plop these guys back in here. I am gonna end up dumping out some of this water. Oh, I'm so sorry, little buggy. But let's put these in for now. And we'll dump some of this out. That looks pretty good. Well, a little bit more. Okay. Now, we're gonna do some baking soda. 2 scoops with a tablespoon measurement here. And actually, I probably will do more because, you know, there's not really a harm in putting more or less in here. It's just, you kind of do whatever you did for citric acid. So since we did 2 scoops for citric acid, we'll do 2 scoops for baking soda. Now we mix it around until everything is dissolved, and the reason that we do this, as you can see, it is bubbling and neutralizing the citric acid. So in case there was any calcite pieces or spots on a rock that we don't want eaten away, this will neutralize the acid so that it is good to go. Yeah, neutralized. I don't know how else to explain that, I guess. But we'll stir it up. I don't have a spoon out here, so we're going to use this. And you just want to stir it until it's all dissolved. All right, I switched to the toothbrush to stir, and it's looking pretty good here. We will take these out, rinse them off one more time, and take a look at how they look. Pour them out back on our rocks because I didn't bring another bowl, and I broke my glass jar. Okay, give them a rinse. And here we have it. Now, a lot of these really weren't that dirty. This one was really dirty. This one was really dirty. This one was really dirty. And maybe this one maybe, was it? Yeah, and this one was really dirty. So before, all of these white spots looked very, very yellow and full of river/lake muck. They are looking a lot better. There is still some kind of discoloration that maybe you can kind of no, I think we got most of it off. Like right here, I was thinking that this was kind of more muck, but when I feel it, it doesn't feel mucky. It feels very rocky and not squishy at all. So I'm assuming that's just kind of the coloring of the rock, but I like how it really brought out that white a lot more than it did before we did the soak. This one also is looking a lot better. We can really start to see some more of that color. The icky, gooey stuff is all gone. And this last one was a little more difficult because it has a lot of holes and pitting. If I would have gotten a wire brush or even more like a hard plastic brush instead of my little toothbrush here, I probably could have gotten some more of that gunk out. But I'm not that picky, I guess. And I think it turned out pretty good, so very good on that one. The rest of these, like I said, really weren't that dirty. This one, ooh, beautiful. Look at that. Can you see all the bands? Gorgeous. This one too. Nice little piece of Mariel and Jasper. Can you see all the beauty in there? So pretty. Oh, and as some of them are drying, so you can see, like this one, the color difference once it dries. Sometimes with the citric acid method or really the vinegar method and dish soap method too, sometimes your rocks will dry out like this. Like it will have this almost white coating on the top and you're like, oh my goodness, what happened? I don't really know if rocks can dry out, but that's my best guess, is that the acid just takes out so much of the impurities that it leaves it super clean and kind of like almost dry. So if this happens, what you can do is you can take mineral oil and apply it to your rock, let it sit in mineral oil even if you want, and then rub off the mineral oil so you're not able to feel it on your hands, and then you will get kind of like that original look like that again for your rock. So sometimes that does happen. I might do that with this one. We'll see. But yeah, you can see it's happening to this one too. I'm not sure why it happens sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, just something that might happen, so don't freak out if it does. Just a very easy fix, some mineral oil. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, give it a big old thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel. I make new videos like this every single week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!